what I do.
1901. It became another example of racial cleansing, a mob after the accusation of an alleged assault of, you guessed it, a white woman. A white lynch mob used that as a predicate to go out and unalive 3 black men. Okay, then turn on the entire black community. More than 300 black residents, black people, had to flee for their lives. Guess what happened afterwards? This is 1901 in Pierce City, Missouri. After they forced these people to leave their homes and their businesses, white folk came in and seized it. The white folk came and moved into black people's home and took their businesses and absorbed their property into their own wealth. There wasn't no reparations for that. The violence in Pierce City wasn't only racial hatred, but it was also economic theft. They took these people's things. There are people alive today. Mind you, this happened after slavery. There are people alive today that know people who were involved in that. Probably their grandparents and great-grandparents and uncles and great-uncles. Once the black residents were gone, the white people took over their property and never gave it back. And that's how white supremacy operated, not just by destroying lives, but by stripping away generational wealth for black families who fled Pierce City, because survival meant starting over with nothing, while these white families enriched themselves off of that terror. Shout out to Atlanta, Georgia. It was known as a city too busy to hate in 1906. But beneath that slogan, there was a lot of racial tension, just like it is right now. And it was bound to erupt. You had a white newspaper pushing sensational lies, and it ran repeated stories accusing black men of assaulting white women. Same as they saying black men out here unaliving these white folk left and right, which I just prove is not true according to the CDC. But what that did was it stoked the fear and anger among the white working class, okay, who already resented the black people's economic progress in the city. You got to understand something. Black people had done all the work in the South. So in 1906, guess who were all the carpenters and the blacksmiths and the people who did the labor and knew the farming? It was black people. We had the skill set. White people didn't do work during slavery. They shunned that. Well, that was black people's work. They didn't do that. So of course we started now, we working for ourselves. But nevertheless, it was a lot of jealousy. Okay. And on the backdrop, you got to understand, black businesses were thriving, black professionals. You had doctors, man, and lawyers and barbers and shopkeepers. Second, third generation by that time. They were building wealth and community stability in Atlanta. This prosperity alone was enough to trigger white resentment. But the fabricated stories of these poor white women being assaulted, that became the match to the gasoline. So on September 22nd, 1906, you had white mobs. They descended on these black neighborhoods in downtown Atlanta. And over the course of 2 days, dozens of black men and women were unalived right in the street, bodies in the street, man. Some of those streets, y'all, in Atlanta, right down there, downtown Atlanta right now. Homes were burned down. Businesses were looted. White people stealing, black people looting. Families terrorized. Police and the city officials, they stood back. Matter of fact, many of them joined in on the destruction. I'm talking about the police and the city officials. And the message was clear. Black advancement would not be met. Black advancement was going to be met with white anger and violence. The Atlanta massacre showed once again that white rage didn't require truth. It only required rumors. And those same rumors were weaponized to strip away the gains black people had worked for tirelessly. You understand? What about Forsyth County, Georgia? This is 6 years later, after the Atlanta massacre. Georgia saw another eruption of racial tide. 6 years, this time it was Forsyth County. That's one of the richest counties in Georgia right now, one of the richest counties in Georgia. And what happened? 2 black men were accused of raping and unaliving a white woman named Mae Crow. And within days, one was lynched, no trial, by a mob, and the other was swiftly convicted and executed. They got rid, it was a sham trial. They had to get rid of them. But it didn't end with their deaths. The white mob turned their fury on the entire black community of Forsyth County, where black families own. They farmed, they made a living for themselves. Guess what happened? Night riders, armed white vigilantes went from house to house, firing shots in the windows, burning homes, and issuing threats. 1,000 black people had to leave their homes. The entire black population of the county was forced to flee for their lives. Their homes, their farms were seized by these white folk and were later resold by the white people, creating generational wealth for the people who stole it. This is all documented. And it's still, this is in Forsyth County. It became an all-white county for nearly 75 years. And it's a living monument to the racial cleansing in America. This was not just random violence. It was organized terrorism designed to erase black presence completely from that location. It reminds us that white rage doesn't just destroy lives in a moment. It robs future generations by stealing land, opportunity, and community. You wonder why our generational wealth has been lost. And it wasn't just down south. East St. Louis, Illinois. This is 1917. It erupted in one of the deadliest race massacres in the U.S. This is what they were doing. This is the history that they don't want you to see. You wonder why we don't have generational wealth? What happened to all the land? Your granddad and your grandma had to make a decision. Either I'm gonna get unalive and they're gonna take the land, or I'm gonna leave and try to go start somewhere new. This is what happened. But let's go to 1917. The spark was competition for industrial jobs. They had a lot of black people coming up there from the South. World War I was going on. They had a lot of black migrants coming up from the South in large numbers during this great migration. They was looking for work in the factories. You had a lot of white workers threatened by the influx, poor white people being told that these dark people are taking your jobs. And so it stoked the fears that the black laborers were taking their jobs and undermining their unions. And the tensions boiled over. And the next thing you know, you got white mob violence. You had these armed gangs of white people set fire to black neighborhoods, shooting at residents that tried to flee and burn their house. The death toll was somewhere between 100 and 200 black men, women, and children. This is what these people did. And this massacre exposed how white rage was not just about social dominance, but also about economic control. All right. And black labor, okay, who had come north believing they could escape the South's violence. This is Illinois. They discovered that the northern cities carried their own brand of racial terror. And East St. Louis became a blood-soaked reminder that whenever black people moved toward opportunity, there were those determined to burn those opportunities down. What about Chicago? Oh, no, not Chicago. Yes, Chicago. Can't really get too much further north than Chicago. They called it Red Summer. It was 1919. It saw violence in cities all across the country, but Chicago stood at the center. So on July 27, 1990, you had a young black teenager. His name was Eugene Williams, and he drifted on a raft into the whites only section of Lake Michigan, right? And so the white beachgoers, they threw rocks at him until he drowned. And when black witnesses demanded justice, the police refused to arrest the white folk who did it. And the outrage sparked days of racial violence. White mobs stormed into black neighborhoods. They burned down homes, attacked the residents, and the black communities organized self-defense groups, and the violence escalated into armed clashes across the city. And by the end, 38 people were dead, 23 black, 15 white, and over 500 were injured. And 1,000 black families were left homeless. Chicago's massacre, what did it do? It revealed that the promised land of the North really wasn't. Black migrants had arrived expecting safety and opportunity, but segregation and racial hostility followed them. And the violence was fueled not only by racism, but also by housing and competition and labor disputes. And Chicago showed that even in America's great industrial cities, Black progress could still ignite white rage. Family. What about Elaine, Arkansas? In September 1990, Elaine, Arkansas, it witnessed a massacre tied directly to Black sharecroppers demanding fair pay. All they wanted to do was be paid fair. They wasn't paying them, halfway paying them, not paying them, give them a little bit of nothing. What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. D's Black Man Talk. Pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something and you earn something. And let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. There's a king here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Floby and cut your own damn hair from now.
This Spurling podcast, click your mouse pad. Yeah, we out back. Hit the like, hit subscribe. Don't just hate watch, cause we outside. Let them hate watch, go and play pop. We just lay back. He don't play that. We on playback. We on playback. We go way back. Black men, yeah, we earn something. Tune in, gotta learn something. Uncle D podcast, bump it. Likes up, hit the sub button. Black men, yeah, we earn something. Tune in, gotta learn something. Uncle D podcast, bump it. Likes up, hit the sub button. This is Dennis Spurling podcast. Don't just hate watch, hit subscribe and let them know we outside. Don't hold hate, donate. Super chat, cash app. Put something in the collection plate. Church.
I want y'all to make sure y'all hit the number 1 button. And we're going to kind of get back to what we like to do over here, man. I need y'all to check in. At a certain point when it's time to check in, I need to check
Dennis
in.
Spurling got the mic on fire.
Black father, I have black son.
Tune in, weekly feeling inspired. From the heart, real talk ignite. Every episode brings to light. Subscribe, hit the like, won't you dare. Share the love, you know it's family. Join us every week, don't be late. Drop some coins in the collection plate. Drop some coins, enjoy the ride. Come say hi, catch the wave, don't pass by. Lifted spirits always in sight. In this podcast, joy takes flight. Subscribe, hit the like, won't you dare. Share the love, you know it's fair. Join us every week, don't be late. Drop some coins in the collection plate. Drop some coins.
Donation. I thought it was a class
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
You know that. Your ass, class. Don't come over here. You tall black motherfucker.
Women up inside.
I don't give a fuck about